Day 32, Min beneath the trees. Otlin followed Fenn's directions. Soon he dipped a wing and began to glide downward, giving Min and the others a full view of the gorge below. Hundreds of separate rivulets ran across the plateau at the top of the gorge. They wove together in golden threads and cascaded into the darkness below. The sun's rays played across them. They shimmered, rippled, and glinted in a display of sparkling metallic light. Fenn held out both arms as if to gather in the extraordinary phenomenon. Welcome to the meeting of many waters. It's like a golden curtain, Min explained. That it is, Min. I cannot stay to admire it with you, as you must fly on fast, and I must take my leave. You go with our heartfelt wishes for a successful outcome from whatever is required of you. May the ancestors be your guides and companions and keep you safe. Fenn bowed, then flew away. Min watched him until he was only a grey mote, wishing he didn't have to go. She'd taken comfort in the safe energy he and his clan admitted. Otlin wheeled above the falls and began to sink into the gorge. He flew low, following the glinting water not far beneath him as it twisted its way through the narrow walls. Even as the last rays of sunlight dimmed and the eco-dark was upon them, Min could see the waters shining ahead of them like a torch. Used to flying with Otlin now, Min and the others perched behind his ear tufts with a full view of the landscape as it passed below them. They flew east, then northeast as Fenn had recommended, the gorge remaining narrow and dark for quite a distance. They could see little beyond the glinting light of the waters ahead as darkness closed in. Looks like the gorge is widening out in front there, Radian said, pointing to a gap ahead. Otlin dipped his right wing to follow a sharp curve towards the east. The rocky charcoal-coloured walls on either side drifted outwards and lessened in height as the valley floor flattened. The golden gleam of the meeting of many waters faded. Out in the open now, there was enough light from the waning moon to see a little way into the distance. Min shivered. In contrast to the gorge, the open space didn't feel safe, and her wings had started to throb. Her stomach began a lurching dance. This feels like danger. Please, I can't do more fearsome now. Can't tell yet, Flick said. Min looked sideways at Radian and Luster. They were chatting about something to do with light and seemed unconcerned. She turned to Fitlin. He was looking up at the stars. Are you all right, Fitlin? Fine, thanks, Min. I was trying to identify some of the galaxies in the starlight strap. Even though there's some moonlight, it's so much more intense here than where we live. Isn't it beautiful? Min looked up. It was magnificent, like a dusting of pollen on black granite. Her wings trembled again, and her sense of fear intensified. Taking a deep breath, she held it and concentrated on her wings. There's fear. I can feel it. Lots of it, Flick agreed. It's not among us. Look down, Flutter said. Across Otlin's head, hundreds of dark shapes came into view below, moving fast in the opposite direction to them. Chapter 19. A terrible escape. Eco 3 before middark. What are those? Min called into Otlin's ear. Giant hoppers, Otlin replied. I've never seen one, Min confessed. Radian and Luster gaped at her in amazement. You mean there are no giant hoppers where you live? Luster asked. No, we know about them. It's just that they don't run free where we live in the city, Fitlin answered. They're enormous. Look at their eyes. They're bigger than the figs on your trees, Fitlin, and their tails are longer than some of the branches on ours, Min added as Otlin flew closer. Look at how high they leap, Fitlin answered. What a feat! Otlin landed on a boulder alongside the track on which the hoppers travelled. It was clear they weren't simply running. They were fleeing, even through the clouds of dust exploding from their pounding feet. Min glimpsed terror in their eyes. I feel and see fear, lots of it, Min said. So do I, Radian agreed. We must find out what they're trying to escape from, Otlin said. It'll give us insight into what danger lies ahead. He hovered off the rock just above the bounding hoppers. Otlin spoke perfect Loomish. But as he called out to the mob, he spoke in a language Min had never heard. She couldn't distinguish each word, but found she was able to roughly interpret what he was saying. He was calling for Red Rune or any hopper who knew her. Min shook her head. What's this now? I can suddenly understand words and sounds I've never heard before. Looks like it, Flick answered, sounding rather pleased. After some time, 2 large red hoppers came bounding from where they'd raced ahead of the panicked mob. They skipped off the track, followed by 5 smaller hoppers. Otlin, you called, said one. Greetings, Red Rune. It is fortunate you were among the mob and heard my request. I'd turn back for very few. You are one. We are fleeing, as you can see. Yes, said Otlin. From what? Outside of the wafting grass plains where we live, we've heard tales of fires in the east of such ferocity they're impossible to describe. That's what those who have escaped tell us. They say it's like nothing they've experienced before. We were safe enough in our grasslands. 2 echoes ago, that all changed. Red Rune paused. Min's wings surged as she listened. And I'll see you beneath the trees tomorrow.